What's up, everybody? Welcome back to OnlyFarts. Thank you. Good to be back as always. Thanks for joining us on this delayed Tuesday morning. I'm sorry. Your boy gets a little overwhelmed and tired and puts too much on his plate, and then he doesn't make time for you on the appropriate day and time. Sue me, it's a day after. I like doing this once. Sometimes it's on a Monday, sometimes it's on a Tuesday. We're open regardless. Go catch up on the old episodes if you don't get the episode on Monday, you know? Let's go plug. If you like me, which I know you do, follow me on Instagram at dammitbrad, at chefasshole. You will not be disappointed. And if you're one of the kids, which I know you are, follow me on TikTok at dammit_Brad. We are 34,000 strong. 34,000 strong. Trying to hit that 50 to that 100 to that million, baby. So follow me there. If you want to support the podcast, which most of you have not, in monetary ways, patreon.com/onlyfarts. You can find me on YouTube if you're watching it here. If not, you're probably watching it on Spotify. Well, listening to on Spotify. You guys know how podcasts work. Anyways, I am a tired boy, to say the least. It was 100 fucking degrees outside, you know? And you're all probably like, Mo, you live in California. Life is hard. Well, the world is melting. So, a little bit hard. Let me tell you something. I work on TV sets now, television shows, written, scripted shows, not this reality garbage. I had to be on lockup outside at a high school today. So, I sweated my dick off. That's what I did. 100 degrees. I was in the shade, and it felt like I was in a sauna for some reason. Shade does not guarantee you any kind of cooling. I mean, more than what you would have if you were in the direct sunlight. But, man, it was fucking humid today. It made me. It reminded me of living in Florida. I felt like I had to change my outfit 3 times, but I only had one. So, you know how that goes. I had a great weekend. A nice weekend, if you will. I've had a lot of overthinking going on. Sometimes it's leaked into the podcast. Sometimes it hasn't. I've looked past it. I've tried to be strong. But sometimes you just can't control it. And life just keeps piling on that stress. I was talking to a friend recently. A friend I respect, friend I love. Very talented acting friend as well. And he told me something I need to work on is that I anticipate too much in my acting. Now, I think there's a few elements to that, obviously, but I do think it is true. I do it in my daily life. My listening has gotten worse. And I don't mean oh, what did you say? What did you say? No, not like that. More like I've just become a shittier listener because I've gotten so much more bitter with time. As time has progressed, I've gotten more bitter. I have listened less when people are talking, and I get more full of myself, and it's a problem that I'm attempting to work on, because I'm telling you right now. And in acting, oddly enough, the narcissist that it attracts, you need to be a good listener. Did you know that? In order to give and convey, you need to listen. Listening, answering, and responding. Not very good at that. So me and my girlfriend, oddly enough, got handed tickets from my good buddy to go to this thing called Mind Travel. What I thought, I didn't do enough research, I thought it was just a piano concert that you can listen to on your headphones on the beach, and the player's there. You're in your own private concert with 200 other people who are sitting on the beach with you. It's really beautiful. And it was exactly that, but it wasn't at the same time. And I'll tell you why. It was a very spiritual, as my girlfriend calls it, a sound bath. Never had one of these before. Never really meditated in a group. I've tried to meditate on my own. Wasn't very good at it. As one doesn't if they're not a good listener and can't just pull away and be present. Try meditating in Hoboken, New Jersey, where you just hear traffic and sirens, boat fucking alarms or boat horns. Bro, I know that sounds like the whitest excuse. Being like, can you try meditating while there's garbage trucks driving around at 7:30 in the morning? I'm trying to be one. That's the whitest thing I'll ever say in my life. I was attempting to meditate in my shared 3-bedroom apartment in Hoboken, New Jersey, and these damn dumpster trucks just kept making noise while I was just trying to be one with my aura and chi and crystals and yada yada. God damn it, if I ever own crystals. We have crystals in this house. They're not mine. As you know, not mine. They're fake. Those are rocks, people. They're expensive rocks. I couldn't meditate. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I went to this thing, and I was, this guy was just so good at talking. There was a spoken words person, as there are at Piano Beach meditation concerts, if you will. Now, listen, I'm not. Okay, let me say this before I just destroy everything around it, because the thing itself was beautiful. The guy was a very talented pianist. I think he was really good at talking to you when you were listening. People were dancing. People were super, super fucking present. I haven't been this present in a long ass fucking time. The podcast is one place I do it. Performing has been a struggle in general for me. Not in the sack, if you know what I mean. I literally just told you I don't struggle in the bedroom. No, that's not what I mean. I just mean like I haven't performed stand-up because I don't want to. Don't really feel it. And I want to act. And it's harder because it's not a muscle that you can work as often as you could with comedy. So I'm getting to the point, I promise. I kind of just felt myself escape. I just felt emotional. I was looking around. It was just so beautiful. I haven't experienced something so beautiful where I was able to go, like my body's just like, look at all these pussies dancing and being all emotional and stuff. That was my entire body being like, don't you dare. And I'm just like, teardrop. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Teardrop. Oh my God, people just don't care. Teardrop. God, that guy is still playing piano for at least 2 hours straight without really taking a break. Teardrop. Oh my God, this is it. I have my whole life in front of me. I have the water. I have the sand. I have my beautiful girlfriend. I have the sky, which I'm terrified of looking up at because I always think there's a meteor that's going to just hit me in the face because I'm such a neurotic Jew. And I just let go of all that. And it was such a fucking moment, Now, here was the problem with all of that, okay? Here's what happened, right? He let people speak after, which is the biggest mistake. Here, I'm sharing my moment with you guys. I told you that, listen, as much as I'm a narcissist and I want to be an entertainer, this is really trying to help me anticipate less in acting. There was a purpose in mind. There's a goal, which is selfish. I agree. But I'm talking about meditation and shit. Of course it's a little selfish. I have to work on me. This is why you don't let people talk. I talked about how that whole experience moved me, and I felt present for once. That's normal. That's nothing crazy. I didn't try to sprinkle in weird anecdotes about it. This is what happens. He goes, this is my impression of the guy, and I'm pretty sure this is like the best impression I could do. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming back. If anybody would like to come up and say a few things. Too much of an open forum, dude. Absolutely not. If you want to say a couple of things, here we go. Here's a bunch of adults that live in Los Angeles that need to make this beautiful experience about their fucking bullshit that nobody signed up for. Don't care. This was a few of my favorites I wrote down here. One of the person goes, I just want to say, oh, God, I just want to say that before this pandemic, I had my own personal pandemic. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Are you serious? You had your own pandemic? Please enlighten the 200 people that were terrified to come on the beach and sit next to each other. What made your life that much scarier than, I don't know, the last 18 months that we've been living? You had your own pandemic? Did you fuck a bat? Did you tongue fuck a bat? You didn't? Well, then shut the fuck up. Oh, did you funnel some bat soup? Did you do that? No. Did you go to Wuhan, China? You didn't. Huh. Oh, you didn't get the apartment you wanted. and you maxed out all your credit cards and your boyfriend broke up with you because he found out you're this crazy sociopathic bitch. That might have been your pandemic that you were referring to. Gonna say it doesn't come close to a lot of people dying and people being scared to leave the house. Just saying. I'm not a doctor, but that meditation taught me one thing. It was not for you to be like, I overcame my own pandemic. We have our own pandemics. Shut up. Shut up. Don't you dare say that shit. That is so self-righteous of you to fucking say that you lived your own pandemic. That is the most basic bitch thing I could ever think of, being like, this was my pandemic. Back in 2016, I went to the bars, and this guy spilled his drink on my chest. Ugh, the humanity. It's like I had to be living in my apartment for 12 months and couldn't leave. Unless I got Uber Eats. Sounds like you got broken up with, my lady. Sounds like it. I don't know. But a personal pandemic will never be in my vernacular. That is horrible. And you know when it's going to be used? As a joke. Not real life. When someone says like, oh, that was like my 9/11, which is hilarious and also terrible at the same time, it's clearly in the context of a joke. No one ever thinks they have their own 9/11 to talk about. Because you weren't on the plane. Or your parents or relative was on the plane, so you never had one. You couldn't have one because you never lived it. Personal pandemic? No. Everyone lived in the pandemic. You didn't have your own. To say, back in 2019, I had my own pandemic, I literally audibly went, ugh. Thank God 200 of them had headphones on to not hear me groan. I looked at her. I grabbed my girlfriend. I go, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And she starts laughing because I know this is only the tip. We're only getting started. Because the next guy goes up and he goes, oh, God. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, Jesus Christ. 3 days ago, I was meditating in a mountain. Stop. You don't need to brag about what you did. We get it. You don't shower. You don't wear deodorant. And you certainly only wear sandals and Birkenstocks. We got that. Oh, you meditated before we all meditated together on this beach? Oh, God. You must be the master of meditation. Hup, everybody. It's the American version of Confucius. Enlighten us on what it's like to be on a mountain for 3 days. Now, that part was just a line in the giant ass sucking that this guy did for this guy. And listen, this guy's a very talented pianist and I would say meditation leader, if I would go with that. But dude, you don't need to brag about how much you meditate. It doesn't make me like you more. It makes me think you're an asshole. Go back to the incense store that you work at. Tell all your friends that you work with and recommend your fucking cult CDs to each other. Because that's what you do. Besides, put up fucking glow-in-the-dark posters in your fucking studio apartment while you do mushrooms and then take your girls back to your apartment so they can look at the stars. And we can just be. Anyone who tries to fuck a girl and says, do you want to just come to my apartment and just be one together? That might as well be the rapiest thing you could tell another girl. Let's just be one together. She's like, honestly, I'd rather you roofie me. Personally. That is so gross. People talk like they're like they're fucking. Who's the fucking guy that you're talking about? Like David Foster Wallace. You're talking like that guy. I'm sorry. Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. And the crazy thing is, he wasn't wearing a bandana the entire time. I know. I was as shocked as you guys that he wasn't wearing a bandana during that entire speech where he cried and talked about how much he meditated and how everything is beautiful because he did these things and my life is more complete. I've been watching you so much. I've been going to every concert, everything. He doesn't like you anymore. He'll take the ego boost. He doesn't like you that much anymore. You are so full of yourself. When he says... here's the other thing, and here's the compare and contrast. You're like, well, Brad, how is it possible for you to like anyone who went up there? I'll tell you who. Ready? This is easy. Simple. People who have real issues. This little girl goes up. She's 13 years old, and she goes, I start 7th grade this year, and I was really scared to start 7th grade because I spent the entire year in school in Zoom, and I don't know how to act. She literally just didn't know how to be herself. And she was nervous that she wasn't going to fit in because she was homeschooled for a year. That is a legitimate fear. That is something that this guy helped her through. And we all can go, aw, that's relatable. And that's not a big deal. You know what? Good for you for coming up, because that must have taken a lot. Not the dude who's talking about his fucking retreat in the fucking... I was meditating in Runyon Canyon. Shut the fuck up, you Bob Marley suck-off. Jesus Christ. And then another kid comes up. He might be 12 as well. And he goes, he's like, I think he said something like, I have anxiety and I'm really nervous to talk in front of people. Just like something about being like afraid to be themselves. That shit is fucking real, dude. That is real shit. Not someone's just going, I had my own pandemic. No, this kid literally is scared to live and he's 12. That is something to talk about. You, on the other hand, who is so full of herself, who probably talks about her horoscope and hugs her crystals and talks about how everything in the universe means something except when you do wrong things and you won't accept fault for it, it's a pandemic. No, these kids legitimately are fucked up. Their brains aren't even developed yet, and they had to spend a year online because the entire world shut down. Let's think about that for a second. You ever think about homeschooled kids and why they're so weird? You're like, God, I'm glad I'm not a homeschool kid. Well, everyone got a little taste of that in the last year and a half. And I'll be honest with you, all of us are getting a little autistic because of it. We don't know how to be ourselves. We're out of our minds again. Well, we're finally out of our mind, you know. But don't brag at a fucking meditation group thing. This is our sound bath. This is not a pandemic sound bath. This is our sound bath. We want to be one. We want to be present. And we don't want to hear about your bullshit that isn't real problems. You just need attention because Instagram isn't giving you enough likes. The TikToks aren't being shared enough because your brand is depression or energy crystals. Whatever. Go get a hug from your parents. And if you can't find your parents, find somebody that will give you that validation. It's not going to be the group of 200 people going, oh God. So right. And I was just like, next. I was like on the talent show. I'm like, cool, sick. Can I hit the buzzer? Is there not a buzzer anywhere? I might sound angry and crazy, but you would have been like, after such a beautiful thing where you finally feel good, feel whole, feel like I let some fucking shit out. I have to hear someone go, oh God, I can hold the microphone. Is this okay? Do I sound great? Awesome. So I don't book a lot of things. So this is my next, I literally looked at my girlfriend and I go, I'm glad I didn't go up there. I thought about walking up there and talking, and I was like, why do I need to make this about myself? This is a beautiful thing where everyone is feeling something. We're all probably going through whatever the fuck it is. And we feel good after. I felt complete. I don't feel like I'm going to join a cult, but I felt fucking good. But I felt worse when I heard those people talk. I don't know. I just feel like I'm going in a good direction, and I don't need to hear about those people's shit. Hey, you throwing a meditation retreat? Don't let people speak. End of story. Unless they're kids, let them talk about how fucked up this year was, because they've earned it. We, on the other hand, will figure it out. We're adults here. Jesus. Speaking of adults, I went to this place called Round One, which is pretty much a Boomers. And if you don't know what Boomers is or Round One is, it's like an amusement arcade thing, which I got to be honest, if you go to those places and you're not getting drunk and you're not 12, well, hate to break it to you, life isn't going according to plan. Or if you're not going on a fun date night, I guess I could throw that one in there. I went bowling with my friend. It was great. We wanted to go see what it was all about because I'm a kid at heart. I like to see what the games you can get. Jesus. What kind of not games. What kind of prizes you can get. Dude, the fucking prize store looked like it was going out of business, which doesn't make any sense. Awful. And then this is the best of the bar, which was open at 10 o'clock. God, I love this place. It's just so perfect. Everything makes sense. It goes 1 drink per ID, and I'm like, but you serve pitchers, so who are you fooling? Everyone gets a drink. One drink per ID. Okay, we'll put it in a fucking pit. Put it in a gallon jug, and then we'll call it even. All right, when you put it that way. This place, how are these places serving food? How are they allowed to serve food? The food is disgusting. It is atrocious. It makes hockey rinks look like 5-star restaurants. The pizza makes Pizza Hut makes it tempting. And we all know that Pizza Hut's the worst of the chains, right? Out of all the fast food chains, it's a tie between that and Little Caesars. Both disgusting fucking fast food pizzas. Ugh. Gross. Have you ever had pizza at a fucking arcade? Oh my God, it looks like the cartoon. It's just like you pick it up, the cheese oozes, you fucking get a bunch of oil running down your arm. Now you're fucking good. If you walk outside in the sun, you'll get protected by all the UV rays. That's how much oil is on the pizza. I literally had a pizza like that the other day when I went out with my buddy. It was a place called Little Tony's. We got the family deal because we're fat fucks. $40, get you a nice big salad, which comes in a cereal bowl. A giant loaf of bread, which I did not touch because what's the point? What I can only describe as a popcorn bowl full of pasta. And a massive pepperoni pizza that was legit. The cheese looked like it was doing backstrokes in the amount of oil that was on it. The pepperonis were layered one by one. There was 5 pepperonis on top of each other, decorated over the pizza. And I'm like, so this pizza's just trying to kill us. There's no way this could be anything remotely fine for you. I just don't get it. Have anyone not learned that covering it in a shit ton of cheese doesn't make it a good pizza? It just makes a mess. You cover the sauce to a degree. You don't cover it till you can't see fucking sauce. Then it's just a cheese on top of thick dough with a little taste of red sauce. We need to stop this. It is absurd. We need to stop over-cheesing our pizzas. I am Brad Stoll, and I approve this message. No more cheese on the pizza. Cut down your cheese. Save your families. Running on that platform. Cut the cheese, save your families. That's what I'm here for. I don't know, man. I just feel like going to those places, there's just a weird atmosphere of it. Because I think it was trying to attract adults, too, because there's a karaoke room, a full beer tap, bowling, and then you had the arcade games, obviously, with the worst choices. There was a bread maker. Okay, I've been to Dave & Buster's. They got some great shit. You can legitimately buy a meal with the tickets you get. That's how good it is there. It's so creative. You get glassware, adult prizes galore, video game consoles, you name it, you can get it as long as you throw enough money at it. But this place was like, are you sure you don't want a bread maker? Are you sure you don't want a Google Home? It's like, is this a bunch of rejected wedding presents people got? They're like, throw it in the prize. Eventually they're going to be given it. We might as well give it to them now. Who the fuck is getting a bread maker? Who? I'll tell you who. It's those people in the pandemic that wouldn't stop making fucking sourdough bread like it was the coolest thing they've ever created in their life. Oh my God, if I see one more person make sourdough, I'm going to stab them. You know what my pandemic was? People making sourdough bread. I can't stop thinking about that girl. It was my pandemic last year. No, it was not. You know, I'm getting pretty sick of TikTok right now. And it's not, well, mostly because I got blocked for 3 days. I couldn't post, which this sounds like the most influencer thing I could say. Because I like making videos, don't get me wrong. It's not about, to me, it's like eventually reaching an audience so I can do acting for the rest of my life and like have the ability to get cast into something because people want to see my face. Sure. I just want to work. I don't want to be famous. Just want to work. Because, you know, this isn't doing it for them. I got blocked for like a couple days. Now, here are some gross pranks that need to die on TikTok. Or, sorry, gross trends that need to die on TikTok. And pranks are one of them. I just ruined one of them. So I'll start with that one. Pranks that are not pranks. Can we stop being like, shh, and they're clearly the camera, the behind the camera's facing the person, as if you have to be the most retarded person not to see a fucking iPhone in front of your face, and they're just like, they're about to eat a bowl of whipped cream. What? And they don't know. that I put olives at the bottom of it. Stop it. That's not a prank. It's not. They were very much there. It's timed. The timing is too good. How did you know that they were going to be like? My favorite is when they walk in, they just go like this. They like, I mean, you can't see, 'cause if you're not watching this, you hear this. They like look up into the ceiling like they're like, whoa, I forgot I walked into the kitchen. Whoa, what's on the walls? Are you kidding me? How stupid is the internet? How dumb are you? Oh, my favorite other one. This is another one. It's always creepy. It's always a kid who's like probably 27, 26. And he holds his cell phone as the microphone. Someone else is recording him. It's some poor girl who gets pulled off the street. Some literally are in on it. Other times it's just really girls who find out how creepy this is about to be. They go, yo, if I guess your age, okay, if I guess your age and I get it right, you give me a slap. Oh, no, sorry. I'm fucking this up. If I guess your age and I get it right, I get a kiss. And if I don't, I get a slap across the face. Sound good? And this is the worst part of it. It's not even there. That part is legitimately might be the worst. But here's even a worse thing they say after that. Yo, let me get a spin real quick. Ew, dude. You don't even know her. And she spins almost every video. So she's got to be a plant. It's so weird and gross. Who the fuck says, yo, let me get a spin? The only time you should be getting a spin is if someone's about to put down a fucking... if someone's putting a record down on a record player, that's someone go, yo, let me get a spin. Oh, of course. Boom, 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 boom. Because it's a Charleston, because it's a record player. Anyways, what the fuck? Give me a spin? Dude. And here's the worst part. Oh, I'm sorry. The third worst part of it is when they're extremely underage, right? This guy's clearly in his 20s. He goes, all right, I got it. 23. She's like, I'm 16. And I'm like, no TikTok. Block my videos for making jokes when I don't say words and I use innuendos and you don't really know what I'm talking about. This kid legitimately just hit on a 16-year-old and he's overage. But I'm the criminal. Got it. We got it. Yo, but first, let me get a spin. I'ma say 29. I'm 15. Stop. Stop letting these videos come on the internet, dude. Disgusting. Gross. And the last one, which is not even a real thing, is it's a guy. He walks into a kitchen and smacks his girlfriend's ass, walks in, and then it's his girlfriend's in the other room. He goes, babe, weren't you just in the kitchen? She goes, no, that was my twin sister. Don't you remember? She's in town. What? That doesn't happen. That's not relatable. That's a porn. That is a porn that we just made up without the sex. And they have sex with both the twins. There you go. That's not a thing. That's not a comedy sketch. It's not funny. It's weird. And it's even cringier when he's like, and you know what that results in with a slap? And then she just like, but I never said that. I never hooked up with my sister. And then she just takes her clothes off. And he goes, yo, give me a spin. So fucking gross, dude. Oh, man. I don't have any questions this week, but I feel like we covered enough today. I'm going to end it a little early because you boys will actually, you know what? I think we're ending right on time. If you like this, as you know, go follow me on the platforms. OnlyFarts on patreon.com/OnlyFarts. All that good noise. Guys, this has been OnlyFarts. I said it 3 times. And as always, bye.